Alrighty guys, a little bit of story time here. It's been a while since I've done an update on my 2003 Cobra Mustang. Kind of been down in my back lately. I haven't got a lot done. I hurt my back in 2016 pretty bad jumping a side-by-side, and I don't know what I did, but I tweaked it. I haven't really walked lately, but it's nice today in Oklahoma. It's like the second day of February. It's gonna be 70 degrees today, so I wanted to get out here and kind of get you guys up to speed on my yellow 03 zinc Terminator. So, story time. Let's just rewind a little bit. So, we bought this car about a year ago. Found it on Facebook Marketplace in a storage unit. Car had been sitting for, I don't know, 5-6 years. Guy said that it, had hurt head gasket, didn't run. Come to find out, I had a lot more than that. The motor was completely rusted and seized up, completely locked up. We drained probably 2 gallons of water out of the oil pan. It was in pretty bad shape. And then a really good friend of mine, Josh, who owns a large commercial building where a lot like shops and stuff like that are at. I guess this car had set behind his building at some point and got not water damage, isn't a flash flood. So, the water was maybe a quarter of the way up in the door. When we had my buddy Chase from Tulsa detail it, we found snails in it. So, car's lived a hard life, but we're going to bring it back and make it better than ever. So, about a year ago, when I had bought this car and started trying to put Humpty Dumpty back together again, I was trying to find a cost-effective motor solution for the car. So I posted on social media, and this guy reached out to me. He's like, "Hey man, I'm so-and-so. I live up in the Northeast. I think he was from Jersey. I plan on coming to Cali Nate's Memorial Race." For those that don't know who Cali Nate is, he was a small tire street racer, was on Street Outlaws, kind of a very, very well-known dude, very respected in the car community. He had tragically passed away, and they were having a memorial race. He's like, "Hey, I'm coming down to Oklahoma. I'm going to come to his memorial race. I can bring all these parts with me." I was like, "Man, that would be great." He gave me a phenomenal, like too good of a deal to be true kind of deal. But I will say this, I've had some deals like that in the past, and they've always came out, never hurt. They came true, and I got a good deal on a car or on parts. This guy's like, "Hey man, I got a block, I've got rods, I've got pistons, I've got this, and I've got that." He goes like, "I'll sell it all to you. If you could just, cash at me the money, and I'll just bring it with me." I was like, "Okay, cool." So I sent him the money, and, things happened. I wasn't in a huge hurry. I was like, "Hey man, how's it going? When are you coming down? Cali Nate's races this weekend." "Oh, I'm going to make it. I don't remember the exact timeline on everything, but he ended up stopping off in Missouri somewhere to have his car worked out at a chassis shop. And then that ended up taking a couple weeks, which I thought was super odd since he was moving down here. He missed Cali Nate's race, because I think if I remember right, Cali Nate's race ended up getting postponed. Anyway, so I was like, okay, that's pretty feasible. Chassis shops are kind of slow. And then we kept in contact, but it was just one thing after another. It was one excuse. And finally I got to the point, it's like, "Hey man, I really need this stuff. I've got an appointment at the machine shop. We need to get this. I got to get these parts." He's like, okay. And I hit him up one day, and he had already missed probably 2 or 3 meetings with me at this point here local. He was supposed to meet up with me, never did. Supposed to meet me at Mike Henson's engine shop, never did. I was getting pretty fed up. I was like, "Hey, I need my parts. I'm either going to get my parts, you're going to give me my money back, or something." He's like, "Man, I'm so sorry." Then he gave me this story that his baby mama, his daughter, who lived with his baby mama, she was being inappropriately touched from another man. I was like, "Whoa, man." I was like, "Hey, you just take care of business. I have kids. I can't even imagine going through something like that." So I kind of, left it alone. A month or so went by, and I was like, "Hey, hopes everything's going okay. When can I get my parts?" And then he just kind of ghosted me. So I took to social media, kind of put him on blast. You guys kind of did what you did. I put his phone number out there. Then it wasn't maybe an hour later, he was reaching out to me. "How can you do that? How can you put me out there on social media? I'm getting death threats. You put my number out there." I was like, "Man, that was the last resort. I want my parts. I don't really care about the money. I need the parts. I want to get this car going." And so he never came through with the parts. So to this day, he refunded me like half my money, which wasn't very much. And here we are a year later, and he still has half the money for the parts, and I'm still without parts. Good news is I've got some phenomenal people that are behind me. Manley and Brian Crowler and Deatchwerks, and just really, 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 really good companies. So I reached out to Manley. I was like, "Look, I had bought some parts. I kind of got hosed on them. I need some stuff in a hurry." So them being kind of the leaders in the modular stuff, they sent me a really nice billet crankshaft and nice rods and Manley pistons and valves and springs and all the good stuff to put in the motor. I ended up buying a Texkid block from Mike Henson. He had one sitting there. For those that don't know Mike Henson, he's a local engine builder here in Oklahoma. Pretty renowned, does a lot of big block Chevy, a lot of modular stuff, a lot of small block Chevy. He's on the first couple seasons of Street Outlaws, had the Plan B Corvette. Guy knows his shit. And so Mike is building the motor. So all my parts are now with Mike. Now we're waiting for a slot again to get built. We're fixing to send the cams out to Brian Crowler. Brian Crowler is going to custom grind me a set of cams. We're going to take the stock cam core, send them to him. We're going to give him some specs. He's going to make me some cams. So hopefully by spring, so maybe a month or two, we will have a long block for that car. We're going to put it back together with a stock blower for now, just to get the car back on the road, because the car hadn't been on the road in almost a decade. The car turned out great as far as like interior wise. The paint's a little bit rough. That's easy to fix. We'll get that going on. We'll get some suspension on it. The boys over at UPR, they're going to hook me up with a nice, K-member and all the good stuff that they offer for the modular Mustang stuff. So I'm really, 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 really excited about that. But I know a lot of you guys on the channel that are subscribed found me through the Mustang video. So I just wanted to, kind of take this time on a Sunday afternoon, give you guys an update of what was going on. And I'll kind of walk you around the car again for those that don't know the car. So like I said, it's a zinc yellow 2003 Terminator Cobra. I graduated high school in 03, so this was the car. But, it's really, really stock. We got the motor out of it. Car does have a T56 Magnum in it, which was a very nice addition when I bought the car. It's got the 10th anniversary wheels on it. This fender is a little bit faded from sitting out in the sun. Overall, car's probably a 7 of 10 body wise. Interior is probably an 8 or 9 of 10. The interior is in really, really good shape. It's got stock exhaust. I don't know if it's stock. I'm not a Mustang guy. You guys can probably tell me better. But underneath is a really, really clean. It's just a really good car. I'm excited. I don't know if that's stock. Those subframe connectors, I guess, they don't look like factory welds. They kind of look like shit, honestly. But you guys can probably tell me if those are stock or not. But I'm really excited about getting that car back on the road. It's just, I don't know, I've never owned a Mustang, and to me, this was the one. It's in my era, and I cannot wait to get it back on the road. So, thank you guys for listening to me ramble and giving you guys an update on the 2003 Terminator car. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Hopefully in the next video we do on that car will be me and my buddy Austin, who actually does a lot of stuff for me. He helps me out a lot. He's a Mustang guy. Taking that car, getting it out and getting the motor put back in it. And then I think I'm going to go drive the 1993 RZX and go do a video on that right now. And I blew up the red 99 VR4, 06 Hawkeye out there. I could go on and on, but I won't bore you guys much more. Thank you guys. Be sure to hit subscribe, hit the like button. We're creeping up on 25,000 subscribers. Never thought the channel would really get that big. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content, and we've got a lot more stuff coming y'all's way. 2025 is going to be awesome. Thank you guys for the support. Well, we are out here. Oh, Mike's going to stab me today, but we're out here at Henson's out in Piedmont, Oklahoma. We got all this goodies sent for the Cobra. Luckily, my good friends over at Manley, they make the best stuff in the world for modular motors, in my opinion. So, they sent us the rod. Oh, shit, those are heavy. The pistons. Mike had a nice block for me. These are the rods. They just make really good stuff. And Manley's a company that's been around for a very long time. Tripp and his crew up there in New Jersey do really, really nice stuff. We've ran their stuff in the Supra for a very long time. But, we got the H-Tough series rods. Really nice pistons. This Cobra should be one hell of a runner. They even sent us a crank for it, as you can see in that box there. And then the Texkid aluminum block. Did I say that right? Texkid, okay.
Yeah, T-E-K-S-I-D.
So we got a Texkid aluminum block for it. And then we got some really cool stuff coming for the heads. And we will we'll get this thing running hopefully before too long. My goal is to have it running before spring. So, and that's another thing Mike brought to my attention. I knew that I'd forgotten that, Manley was involved with the SVT program when these cars were built. So, got to stick with the heritage of the car. You got the rings?
Mm-hmm. I just want to see what top ring they're using. I'm just out of curiosity. Makes a difference on how we hone the block.
Oh.
Okay, they used a steel top
with the parts that we got with this and the aluminum block, the good heads, obviously it's going to be blower dependent, but what will this short block hold power wise?
It's really hard to say. I've got same stuff in a car out there, and we dynoed it with a single 88 millimeter turbo on it. 25 pounds of boost, it made 1,080 to the tire.
Through a 400?
Through a 400.
Okay. This
And a
be
9-inch
car.
Ford.
Yeah. Okay. So it's going to make some jam.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we should be able to
It'll
make,
make well over 1,000.
if we want to push it that hard. Yeah, I think my goal is like maybe 850 to 950 on a blower.
It'll last forever.
Yeah, 6-speed car, just
Yeah.
nice cruiser, make all the right noises and have some fun.
Yeah.
So don't get mixed up with everybody else's shit.
Right.
You've got a lot of things back here.
A lot of things back here.
40 years worth of things. We're not going to find a blow-up doll back here, are we?
What?
A blow-up doll?
Wow. Not one that ain't got a few hot patches in it already. Get over
That's
there.
it?
That's it.